Okay, so this whole drama around Elon Musk buying Twitter has stirred up a lot of feelings and deliberate misinformation about freedom of speech. So I thought we would go over exactly what freedom of speech is so we're all on the same page. Freedom of speech is from the First Amendment of the US Constitution. Freedom of speech does not mean you get to say whatever you want whenever you want to say it without consequence. It means the government can't jail, fine, or otherwise hold you accountable for what you say, write, and in some cases like burning the flag, do. There are some exceptions to freedom of speech as it pertains to the government being hands-off, like defamation, child pornography, and threats. But generally it means the government can't stop you from speaking your mind. The First Amendment also protects the freedom of assembly, the right to petition the government, and the right to protest. But, and this is the key takeaway, it does not protect speakers against accountability from private individuals or organizations. So private employers, private colleges, private landowners, they can all make up their own rules and the First Amendment doesn't apply. The First Amendment only restrains the government. Freedom of speech has nothing to do with private companies. They set up their own rules. You follow them or you leave. I can publicly tell the president to suck it and he can't do anything about it. But I can't publicly tell my boss to suck it and not get fired. Freedom of speech also doesn't mean you get to lie and not be called out on those lies, or spread disinformation with zero consequence. So Republicans standing with Elon for freedom of speech know they're being disingenuous because they know the First Amendment doesn't apply to private companies like Twitter. They aren't so much interested in freedom of speech as they are in being allowed to lie unrestrained without consequences on a major platform. And they think they can score political points while doing it if they can make the Democrats out to be the party of censorship. But let's be honest. Which party is the one passing laws to ban books, to censor teachers, to tell doctors what they can and cannot discuss with their patients, and telling parents how to raise their children? Things like the Don't Say Gay bill and the anti-CRT laws are government decreed. If anyone is violating the First Amendment, it's the Republican Party out here telling us what we can and cannot say, what we can and cannot teach, what we can and cannot read. If you want to have a discussion about the First Amendment, great. But that's the kind of government overreach we should be addressing, not people suspended from a private company for breaking their rules. And finally, to all the tech bros out there who stand for Elon, if Elon allows every troll in the universe back on Twitter and allows them to freely bully minorities and spread disinformation, that is not free speech. That's just a private company changing its user agreement and not giving a shit how it makes other people feel. And considering Musk himself is a troll who body shames, mocks differences, spreads disinformation, and blocks people who disagree with him, he might not be the poster boy for say whatever you want to say without consequence. He's just the one wielding the power. And that speech isn't free. It cost $44 billion.